If you've got a pain in the butt and your hip already moves like this, then please don't stretch it. You see, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTube videos showing you the best stretches for buttock pain and piriformis syndrome. But how do you know if they're the best for you, or if they'll make you worse, or they'll simply be a waste of time? So before you spend weeks or even months trying to stretch away your pain, you first need to answer two simple questions. Number one, is your hip actually tight? And number two, is stretching the right treatment for your pain or your problem? So in today's video, I'm going to show you two simple self-movement tests that take less than 30 seconds each that could completely transform or change the way you think about buttock pain, piriformis syndrome, and stretching for pain relief. Test number one is a seated figure 4 stretch test. So you're going to sit in a chair and you're going to take the ankle of the painful leg and you're going to place it up on the opposite knee. And you're going to see and just get an idea for how far this knee dropped towards the floor. And then you're going to compare that to your pain-free side. So in this case, as she drops it down, you can see that it actually moves maybe even a little bit more. So do this side again. So this is kind of the height of the middle of her knee. Yeah, we'll do that. Now go ahead and do the other side. It's pretty close, right? And maybe not the best angle, but you see that it's pretty much symmetrical. What you'll find is obviously one of three things. It'll either move identical or symmetrical, like this example, to the other side, meaning the painful side will move almost identical or drop equally as far to the floor as the pain-free side. Or it'll move further, so it's possible that if you take your painful leg, that, I don't know if she can demonstrate this, but it drops maybe further than the pain-free leg, in which case you actually have more motion on your painful side. Or it's possible, in some cases, that that painful leg might just stick way up in the air and be very stiff, like that. But what most people with a pain in the butt will find is that it either moves the same or more, the painful leg that is, than the pain-free side. So we'll talk about what that means in a moment. Now on to test number two. It's nice to see if the same movement pattern shows up in a different hip position, to see if range of motion is consistent or inconsistent depending upon the position your body's in. So for test number two, you're going to lay on your belly like this. And you're going to bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. And your hips are going to be slightly out like you see here. And you're just going to rotate your legs inwards. And you're going to get an idea, and you might need someone outside of you to take a picture of this, but you're going to get an idea of how far the legs rotate. You can see that they're pretty symmetrical. They're not perfect, but they're pretty symmetrical. And now go ahead and rotate for the second part of the test, the legs outwards. And you can see, again, they're almost identical. So does the painful leg, in this case, her right leg, that's her right side, does it move the same or different, maybe more or less, than the pain-free side? And again, what most people find is that their hips will move pretty much identically, which tells us something very important. If your painful hip already moves as well or more than your pain-free hip, then flexibility is not your biggest problem. Muscle tightness is very unlikely to be the cause of your pain, and therefore stretching will not be the solution. And to be sure that you understand this, consider your muscles are like rubber bands. So imagine you've got two rubber bands. Each of these rubber bands represents your glutes, the right side, the left side, or your hip muscles. And notice that they are exactly the same length. Now imagine only this glute, the right glute, hurts. This one doesn't. Would you automatically assume the painful one needs to be stretched? Well, one hurts, but the other doesn't, and they're exactly the same length. So therefore, flexibility is not the cause of the symptoms, and therefore stretching is not the solution. Hopefully that makes sense. And I recently worked with two people who had been stretching their hips every day, but when we tested their hip motion, the painful hip actually moved the same or more than their pain-free side. The painful side right now, where is it?
It's this side, my left side.
Okay, left side.
Make sure you can see it okay.
You're okay. It's a blurred background. It's not the end of the world, though.
Ugh. This is my left side.
Okay, good. So we got the motion there. We can see how high your knee is. Okay, now go do, and you feel some symptoms there?
No, not really. It feels a little tight, but I'm not feeling any symptoms right now.
Okay, now go do the right side, which we'll call the good side.
Yeah, this is my good side.
Okay, so now the right side compared to the left side, what are your thoughts? Is the right side significantly different motion-wise than the left? When you look at it.
No, not significantly.
Okay, you're right. They would be the same. And so I would not be able to structurally, from an orthopedic standpoint, say she has limitations in the mobility of her glute muscles or her hip joint on the left side compared to the right.
So this is the good leg.
Yeah, we'll call it the good leg, yeah.
Put that up and it feels like it's quite a way. A little bit. I mean, I can ask it to go down and there's a little bit of pain, pain in the hip, but yeah.
Yep.
So the leg that has the problem seems to be much further down.
Yeah, it's more flexible. So we stopped chasing flexibility and stretching and started addressing the root cause of their pain, and that's when things finally started to change. And this is where many people get stuck. They feel tight, so they assume, okay, well, if I feel tight, I must actually be tight. But feeling tight and experiencing pain might be completely different things. And if your painful hip already has normal motion, continuing to stretch it over and over again could actually make you worse or keep you from getting better. So before you spend another day stretching to get rid of your pain, take these 2 simple tests first. If your hip on the painful side moves about the same as the non-painful side, or maybe it moves even more, then there's a good chance that flexibility is not the missing piece of the puzzle. And so the next natural question becomes, well, if my glutes feel tight, but they're not actually tight, it's not a flexibility problem, then what is it? This is exactly what I cover in this next video. Be sure to check that out here.